Now, let's kind of dive into our software. So with my software, like I said, I have a built-in whiteboard. I can get to it several different ways. I have my toolbar that's over here on my right, and I have my toolbar that's over here on the left. I can get to my whiteboard here as well on my buttons there. I can also have some functionality by swiping up 2 fingers from the bottom. I'm able to manipulate some things as well, sound, Wi-Fi settings, home, stuff like that right inside of this display as well. So like I said, that's 2 fingers swipe up, and do volume up, volume down, right there, brightness up, brightness down, right there as well. Like I said, these panels are reflective or are not reflective, so I really like that a lot for your students. So not really any bad viewing angles when you're looking at this. You also have here, like I said, in your settings, when I come here, and I'll talk about that. So there's your network and your language input and your date and time that you want. So here's your storage. This is what is actually located on the display. That's not counting if you use a USB stick. That's not counting if you use a USB stick, the storage that you have available to you, but you'll see that here. You also have the different apps that are installed. There's your clock and your factory menu, there's your different files, things like that. Like I said, you won't necessarily be diving into that, but we'll do a little more later when it comes to that. You also have your display theme and logo. So you only got to kind of get 2 with your theme. So there's my classic, and then of course there's my colorful. I know you elementary folks maybe want to do colorful. That's what that looks like if you want to change that up. Like I said, super simple on that. And then you have your wallpaper. You can add different wallpapers if you want. So say I have this background here that we did. I want that to be my wallpaper, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it. So maybe there's a calendar or something that you want to do wallpaper. Maybe there's some pictures or something with the students that you want to do wallpaper. You can do that and utilize that. All right, so now you can see here is my settings, and I changed my wallpaper. So now my wallpaper is like this. So when I go home, that's my wallpaper right there. So like I said, I can put something back here in the background, maybe a class photo or a picture or something that you want on there. They can be up there all the time for your wallpaper. That's up to you. That's, like I said, it's pretty flexible when it comes to that. So that's going to be underneath display and themes, wallpaper. I'm going to go ahead and set that back there, and I'm going to hit this apply button up here at the top. All right, and then you can customize your toolbar. So like I said, left, right, you can also do that underneath there as well. You have your Windows icon or favorite connection. So this is what I like a lot. So you can set what's called your favorite connection on here. So what that means is I can actually come in here and click on that, and I know that when I plug in my HDMI 1, it's always going to be the one I use. So that's going to be my favorite connection. So it will automatically, when I click or when I plug in, it'll automatically go to that. So I'm going to go ahead and set that to that as well. And I'm going to go back here. So you'll see that here in a little bit. And then the other thing that I like to tell people too is the power system. So as you can see here, this is power on, auto power off. So this is to save energy. You can have it powered off on the weekends, auto power off, and you can change that in there. But this is the one that you'll see a lot. So after 30 minutes of non-touch, it will actually go to sleep, and you'll see a big circle come up as well, so it will power down. So, but what we want to do is so that way, if you are showing something or doing things like that, you can set that to 90 minutes, and then that way it won't shut down on you. And this here as well, I'm going to go ahead and put it into sleep and not automatically just shut down all the time as well. So that way when I touch the screen, it comes back on. So that's going to be in your power settings, okay? So that's going to be in power settings. So all this is inside of the settings menu, inside of the computer as well. All right. And then of course you have your smart eye detection, things like that. You can do your blue light filter. As we know, our eyes get really tired from staring at things sometimes, so you can change that as well. So that's up to you. That's all on you with that. All right. And then of course there's our whiteboard, there's our classic view, and then there's our new view. So it's kind of like a kind of updated looking whiteboard. I mean, it all does the exact same thing. We're going to go with the newer versions. That way you can kind of get a look at that when we hit and go into the whiteboard. And of course, to get back to anything I need to get back to, I hit this home button here. Takes me right back to my home screen. All right, so let's go ahead and let's look at this here on the side. So in my toolbars, I have two little lines here. I can slide up, I can slide down. It's the same exact toolbar. It's over here as well. Slide up and slide down. If I want to shrink it or decrease it, I just double tap on the lines and it makes it smaller. Now once again, it's still the same size over there, okay, because it's two separate independent toolbars. So then when I actually come over here and I double tap it again, it expands it. But say I know that I work from the right side, as you can see a lot, I work from the right side, so I don't really need it on the left side. So if I swipe up 2 fingers from the bottom here, I can actually toggle that toolbar on and off over on the left. So as you can see, that toolbar is no longer there and visible for you over there on the left side. I can also toggle it off here. So say if I'm watching or showing something and I don't really want that toolbar to be on, to be in the way, I can do that as well. I wish you could change the color of the toolbar. I know it's like a kind of hard to see blue in there, but like I said, that's something that you can be able to see. Yep. And then here, of course, is the blue light filter. You turn it on and turn it off as well for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and toggle both of these back on as well. If I wanted to mute, I can mute from here as well. The audio coming out, the beep sound as well. So if I don't want that, so when I touch, see how it doesn't do the, okay, or you heard it doesn't do that, but now, see, hear that? Okay, so you hear it. So I can toggle that on and off as well, get to my settings, get to my home, all from the swipe up. And of course the sound only. We'll talk about the sound only here